Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow podcast brothers, Dorian, the D.A. Alberton, James, the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, and Daryl, D-Dub Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please hit the like button, subscribe, and share our YouTube channel, Sports Chasers Podcast. We can be found on all podcast platforms, plus all social media platforms by searching Sports Chasers Podcast. All information is in our bio. Please be advised, at times there may be some explicit and colorful language. We are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L.
Boom, what's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Another night?
What's popping?
Another week? What's good?
Yeah.
A lot to dive in this week.
There's only one real thing.
Mr. Nub out doing this thing. But we have a lot to get in tonight, man. Yo, the NFL lost last week in the divisional round.
Kevin.
Man.
Kevin. There's only one thing to talk about, Kevin.
Like, some of the best we did. What's that?
That's it, man. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
Well, you know, with that said, let's go, man. Let's go to your San Francisco 49ers, DA. Yeah, you were sweating though for a little bit. You were sweating.
Oh, you're sweating.
You ain't have no faith in them like the rest of us did. Stop it.
In the sauna. But, you know, I know I had the rest. I had faith in my team. I didn't have faith in my quarterback. That's the difference. Defense and the running game been traveling since I was a kid. Since the Steelers was doing it, that works. Jimmy G, that don't work. It only works part-time. And that time is when he's handing the ball off. When he's doing that, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. When he's doing anything else,
wow.
Yeah, I'll take anybody else. Period. That's basically it. But
he's fair weather fans, man.
When he drop back and hand that thing off, though, dog, he is so man. His face is real. He's good, man. He's good.
Then y'all give him $100 million.
He's good, man.
Oh, you're not gonna answer. You're not gonna answer. Then y'all didn't you give him $100?
You can have him. We're not paying him again. Firstly, I'm not the real talk. I'm gonna give you the business side of this to keep it 100 with you. If we win the Super Bowl, we're not keeping him. That's facts.
He going to the Giants?
I don't care. Yes, they would take him. That's facts. Because
our general manager said today we're sticking with Daniel Jones. So,
but you know what?
Go ahead.
Y'all got another.
And I'll say something. I will say something regarding that. And for us older dudes, we know this. The NFL is definitely a copycat league. And regardless of what all these yin-yangers say on TV about being an offensive league and you got to have a quarterback and that. Dude, listen, there's only one Pat Mahomes. There's only one Allen. Ain't but a few of these dudes out here. You will get far further ahead as a football team if you pull together your defense and your running game and have a quarterback that can hand the ball off. Because like I said, I've seen teams win Super Bowls with bad quarterbacks. Brad Johnson he's not going to the Hall of Fame. You know, neither is
Brad do you.
Nothing. Listen, he's a professional athlete. So with that being said, he does that better than I do most things in life, period. So no disrespect to anyone that's ever made the league, but I'm saying he's not a Hall of Famer. Right? What's your boy that played for y'all back in the day?
Trent Dilfer.
Trent Dill. And Trent Dilfer, the coach, he actually ran the camp for the kids. Like, he knows that game. He just was not a great NFL quarterback. But point remains. You can win a Super Bowl if you run the ball and play great defense. And I'm not saying we're going to win this year, but what I am saying is that there's going to be 7 more teams next year that do it the Niners way, because you could pay 4 running backs for 1 quarterback. You could have a stable of running backs and not have to pay $40 million like Dallas does for Dak. All right? Because I'm telling you, that's going to crumble. And it's not because Dak is bad, but it's because you can't pay anybody else. And my man E, love you over there, brother. But when it's time to re-up on car seat collar money, you're going to lose a lot of your team. Because we watched it happen with Seattle.
Yep.
You know, when you had to pay him, you had no more offensive line. Everyone was the offensive line. And they were in his wallet. They're under the hood of his Bentley. That's where they are.
Capital
What
One.
football is. There you go. No doubt. So, listen, like I said, my biggest thing was that I didn't want Jimmy G, and not to be disrespectful to him, because, like I said, he's a professional athlete. No real diss. But I didn't want the Niners to keep Jimmy G and have him waste a real good defense, because both are going to want his money in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So he's first team. He's rookie of the year last year, or the year before he got hurt, and then he was he's first team this year. Not saying he deserved it, but they gave it to him. So in 2 years from now, he's gonna want like J.J. Watt Payton. So either we would have had a Super Bowl in by then, or he walks. So it's a salary cap sport. So I'm happy about what we're doing. I think next year a lot of other teams will be doing what we're doing. I'm just hoping that we can sneak our way into a game and maybe we have that voodoo for the Rams. Not sure. I'm really not sure.
Y'all playing the Rams. Y'all gonna win next week.
Listen, man, it's hard to beat somebody 3 times, man.
All I'm gonna say is, and it's hard for Jared Stafford, Matthew Goff to not do dumb shit more than 3 weeks in a row. Yeah. So it's coming. He got to implode this week.
Well, that would be really bad, because
I keep telling y'all, it's the same dude. It's the Spider-Man meme. That's what they is.
Because your man Tannehill, I had never seen Tannehill. Every time he threw the ball, he threw it to the other team. Like he was getting paid. Like he was getting paid. The last time I saw that, it was Neil O'Donnell. And I was like, yo, Dallas is paying Neil O'Donnell, son.
Wow.
I was like, this dude here is wilding.
So he about to get investigated.
Yo, first snap of the game, Mike. Yo, your man, King Henry back. He runs out the tunnel. Oh, who got my back? Who got my back? First play of the game. You threw it to the safety in a white uniform. I was like, wow. Yeah. My wife looked at me. I said, baby, I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't.
Yeah. So the moderator has dropped off. So we're going to keep this moving. Mike Millie, what's your thoughts on the San Fran Green Bay game?
Going into the game, people asked me, did San Francisco have a chance? And I told them straight up, if San Francisco win, it's not going to be because of Jimmy G. And what happened? They did everything besides Jimmy G. And that's the formula for this team. Their defense is elite. It has been for a few years, because even when it was bad, their defense was all right. Even in the forgotten years with your boy balling in the middle, like we was talking about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That's the key for San Francisco if they're going to win this shit. And it worked. I don't believe in Jimmy G, but they defense, they run a game, they get shit done.
Yeah, I picked San Fran first and foremost, but I was really, really impressed by the defense. The defense was sound. Yeah, you had this guy getting these touches and all this other stuff, but for the most part, they kept him out the end zone, which was quite a feat to see in Lambeau. And man, hats goes off to the defense, which was quite the battle cry this past weekend, was defense and special teams. It was a pleasure to see it finally happen.
Shout out to their special teams. That's how you play special teams.
Yeah.
That's how you make an impact.
Yeah, that guy, that special teams coach, DA, who's your special teams coach?
I don't know.
That guy.
He need a raise.
Your name is, but
you
deserve a bonus, man.
Maybe he'd be head coaching somewhere next year. You know,
yeah,
if he loses like that.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He'd be head coaching somewhere. So listen, I'll take it though. And we don't have a secondary, you know. But if you hit the quarterback, and listen, if you hit the quarterback enough times, they kind of don't want that smoke. None of them do, not really. Except for Allen, he's young and crazy. But 2-3 years from now, he's gonna be like, I'm putting on the yellow jersey in the summer. I'm not.
Right.
You know, so it's all good. It's
true.
It's all good till it's not, fellas. Hey, Kev, you there, bro? I don't know.
Kevin L., our moderator, is back in the house, here, man. Kevin, my guy. What was your yes, sir? What was your thoughts? What's your thoughts on San Fran versus Green Bay in the frozen tundra, man? What's your thoughts?
Well, thanks, E, for taking over while this. I won't say it, but I'm having some technical difficulties over here. But
these Wi-Fi.
Yo, man, that was a really that was a really good game. I was telling Dorian, I says, Jimmy G throwing the ball is like your child playing near the stairs, right?
Yeah,
and you're like, and there's no fence near the stairs, right?
There's no gate there.
Gate there, right? So when Jimmy G throws the ball, you're like, almost like with your child, you're like, hey, wait, what are you doing? Get away from there. No. And every time he threw the ball in the fourth quarter, that's how it felt with him. But when he threw that ball on the dime to I can't think of his name right then. When he threw that ball, when it was a critical third and 15, to Deebo Samuels, yes, that was huge. And you know, I mess with Dorian about Jimmy Garoppolo, and I say, hey man, I think he's a good quarterback. D, you know, says no, but I think they got a great chance to win the Super Bowl, man. I really do. They have a really great chance to win the Super Bowl. Their defense is really good. As long as the coach has Dorian calling the plays, because the last two games, D has been calling the plays.
Yeah.
Run the ball close to 4 times, under 25 times, you'll be good.
Wait, you said you think Jimmy G is a good quarterback?
I think he's a good serviceable quarterback, meaning that he ranks amongst like Trent Dilfer and Brad Johnson and things of that nature, man.
Kev is trying to be
I think
patriotic.
Throwing the ball.
He threw
that
serviceable adjective in there, changed the context.
I'll
let it slide.
I think Trent and Brad are better than him, but that's me, you know. But like I said, he gives you 8 good throws, man. They're usually to the middle of the field with the play action, you know, so there's nobody there. Now he got caught out there against Tennessee, boy. He did play action and threw it to the linebacker anyway. And I had to call the sideline to make sure that Coach Shanahan didn't choke him out that game, because it was about to go down on the sideline that game. I guarantee you it was about to go down. But listen, man, we'll keep playing it, man. We'll do it the way we need to do it, man. And I think we will see some of the young boy this week, though. I do believe he'll play, because why not? Why not? Why not? I mean, shoot, you got our offensive tackle running in motion. So listen, we'll try everything. We will try everything to win this game. Why not?
True.
So
so on the flip side, guys, what do you think about the Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers? I don't think Aaron Rodgers lost that game. You know, a lot of talking heads said that, you know, it wasn't his fault, man. They need I think they need a special teams coach to try to do,
they
not
did that.
coach, but they need special teams, and that's what cost them the game, the special teams.
And he did miss that. He did miss the when he threw that ball to old boy was double covered. Lazard was by himself, 5 feet over on the left. So
and there was a couple plays like that at the end of the game.
Yeah,
he was open, and he
didn't really see and wasn't seeing right. But that happens when you get hit. So you start to
you get double vision.
Coming. Yeah, you don't footsteps coming, and it could be your own guys getting pushed back or whatever it is. But he had a bad game. But I just don't think the team is. I don't think the team was constructed the right way. So yeah, they were hurt a lot. They got back a left tackle, first game all year. The kid from
he
Charlotte,
was out that game.
Yeah, it's hard to bring a dude back on that slippery field, and it's hard. So, and he's going up against dogs every play. So the Niners running 8 defensive linemen. So there's going to be someone fresh, and that's always unfit because linemen don't get to switch out for the most part. So that being said, that was hard, and they got worn down. It's a more physical game, and I'm glad that part of football is back. So that's just me. I like that part of football being back, being physical. But I think that your man is gone though. I think Aaron Rodgers is gone. I don't know where he's going to, because I would not give up anything for him. Wait
a minute. Y'all don't want him?
No. This is the thing, Kev. And I never saw why people thought this made sense. No, you can get Aaron Rodgers, right? But to get him, you will give up everything that makes you a Super Bowl contender. He only wants to go to a Super Bowl contender. But if you get him in a trade, because he still has another year left, you're going to give up everything that makes you a Super Bowl contender. So why would they take anything other than that for him? Like, why would you do that? That makes no sense to me. So, no, I'm not giving up Bosa and Debo and this, because I wouldn't ask for anything else. He's Aaron freaking Rodgers. What am I going to take, a backup safety? What come on, man. Like, that makes no sense.
How many years does he have on his contract? He has 1 more year, correct?
1 more year.
Yeah, I mean, if he told him why he won out, they gonna hold him hostage? They gonna hold him hostage for a year?
Nah, but I'm saying they no one gonna make that trade.
If they cut him,
the Cleveland Browns would be desperate enough. If they dangle Aaron Rodgers out there, I guarantee you Cleveland be one of the teams.
So you would give up your DN? Oh boy, that's the DN.
That's
right?
this. We're talking about the Cleveland Browns, dog.
Dude is all they got.
Their right rib.
We want him and Hunt. We take the running back, him and the DB. For a dude that might play another year or two, I'm sure you're right. Because I'm always wrong. I'm married. I've been married. Yeah, I'm wrong a lot.
So I agree with you. It doesn't make sense. I wouldn't do it either. I mean, but
hey, doesn't he have a no trade in his contract?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but why he's not going to use it, because I don't think he won't be there. He already said he doesn't want to be part of a rebuilding.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know what he's going to do. I'm just saying that I wouldn't trade for him.
I had to trade for him, not. But if I could just get him, I'd take him.
Yeah,
why not? Why would you take him?
Yeah, so they talking about Denver. I don't. Who is Denver giving up? Like, Von Miller's gone. Like, they got a good team, but I'm not really sure. Like, what do you get from Denver? So
a whole bunch of first and second round picks.
Yeah,
that's about it. You not getting. I mean, what player can you like? It's different from like baseball and basketball. Like, I don't know.
We don't have any, so we gave all ours up to trade back. So we don't have any picks left. So ain't nothing we can do.
I think he's done. I think he's seen what Big Ben went through. The 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and this and that. The third, man, just go ahead. If you ain't got it in you, man, just go ahead. I mean, and I'm not saying just give up. But if you don't have that oomph to get up and do what you do for them 17 games, for them 18 weeks, along with preseason, where you probably gonna stumble and fumble your way through preseason. But come on, man, this is we know how this game is, man. You know what I'm saying? We watch it. Some of us has played it. It's grueling. Okay, you even got in Goat We Trust talking about retiring now. Yo, man, at the end of so here's a scenario. He comes back, right? You got the same team. You got the alleged best receiver in the game. That didn't even get you to the championship round this time. So, like, what else is there? What else is there, huh?
You know, Devontae Adams?
Well, that's what people say. I'm not saying it, but that's what people say. Oh. What else can they add for them to be a championship team that they haven't already added? You got a decent run game. You don't run it enough, in my opinion, but you got a decent running back. You got a decent O-line. I mean, it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst. I mean, I'm sure these are things that he's thinking about. Yeah. What else can they do to get me here, or I'm not playing no more?
You think he can go somewhere else and walk in and win immediately?
I don't like that. I honestly think that he's done. I don't think he plays anywhere else.
Well, imagine he went to the Rams instead of the Rams getting the Jared Goff older clone.
Yeah, well, you know, it's hard because there's not a lot of situations that will line up the way the Brady Tampa Bay situation lined up for him. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
There's not like many of those where you're gonna jump into a ready-made team. You know what I'm saying? And he left as a free agent, so they didn't owe anything. That's the biggest thing here.
Right.
You got to trade for this cat, man, and no one going to trade.
The only thing that I can think of that would be crazy, give Indianapolis a call. We'll take. I mean, to me, that's the best team, in my opinion, for him to go to. You're in the dome. You ain't got to worry about the cold no more.
And I think they do that.
So Wentz and some draft picks and some other shit.
Yeah, and it's AFC.
He could win the AFC. Who over there is gonna stop him?
Yeah, I mean, well, listen,
Mahomes,
Mahomes, and
that's it.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say Buffalo. I got my own issues with the way they.
Josh Allen ain't fucking with no Aaron Rodgers yet.
I got both of them defense for both of those teams. So.
Josh Allen should have had Mahomes. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Josh Allen just.
He don't play defense.
He almost there. That's the thing with him. He's almost there. Like,
but you see the progression though.
He still do shit. You could see it, but he still do shit that you like. That's why you're not there yet. But it's not bad stuff. He don't do bozo stuff, but he do stuff that's just that he shouldn't do.
The only thing he did this week was say tails. That was it. That was the mistake. If he said heads, they win the game.
Right.
Because that.
And there's games like that where you play your heart out and you there and.
Yeah. So
Josh Allen almost there. He almost there. Like I think he right there.
I got no problem with him, man. And I think what you said was right. I think he can go. And I've heard that was a good look for him because the Wentz thing gives dudes pause, man. Because you're paying him a lot of bread. You're getting a lot of bread, dog.
Right.
You're getting a lot of bread up there, man. And they got a good running back. They got good receivers, good offensive line, good defense. No, you didn't even make it. Like, you lost to the other team in Florida, dog. Like, the number 3 team in Florida you lost to. And that's why you're not in the playoffs. Like, real talk, everybody should have got fired for that. But, hey, that would be a good look. Yeah, and they could trade. But I guess...
I forgot it was 3 teams in Florida.
Yeah. So... Yeah, So, what about the? Let's go to.
We'll go to the. Can you hear me, Buffalo? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. And now we can.
Let's go to the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Take it away.
Who had a thrilling overtime game that ended very closely. Let's start with Eric. Eric, what do you think about this game?
Yo, man, let me tell you something, B. I thought the Tampa Bay, and I know we'll talk, I'm not going to touch on it, but I thought the Tampa Bay game was the wow of the weekend. until Kansas City and Buffalo said, hold on, here's my beer. We'll be right back. Like I told y'all, I messed up on the score, but I said that was going to be the game of possibly the game of the year, and they delivered. It started off fast, and they you seen both defenses kind of settle in and all this other stuff, and then that fourth quarter, they just took off like two horses on a racetrack. Yo, man, I don't care for Kansas City, but I don't hate them. I'm waiting for that, just like how we talked about Arizona. Like you're gonna come to a point where, okay, this money is really gonna kick in for Mahomes. So what are they gonna do with these other pieces? You can't pay Kelsey and Hill and all these other guys to stay there. So I'm just waiting for that and see what they do with that. Anyway, but to the game. This is probably one of the best games, and I've watched every game, and it's been a minute. I watched every game this past weekend. I haven't done that in I don't know how long, but I am glad that I did. But this game had you on the edge of your seat, probably for the damn near the last quarter. The back and forth, the plays, man. It was just sad. I had Buffalo. I'm not a Buffalo fan. But I felt bad. I usually don't feel bad, but I felt bad for Josh Allen, man, and that team. They played lights out. They stayed with him when a lot of people in the country didn't give him a chance. They hung with him. They was beating them for 13 seconds. That was the only between that and like DA said, you said tails. That was the only mistakes really that I seen from the Buffalo side, man. But both teams played lights out, man. That's all you could ask for. Mike Millie, what's your thoughts?
Good game, interesting game, thrilling game. I didn't get to watch all of it because I was in hell. So, but I poked my head out and got some water and watched it. And that's all Josh Allen really did wrong was call a coin toss wrong, man. And just great game. I mean, we just talked about him a little bit before, but Josh Allen is he's developing. He's starting to look like he's like that. And the team that he's playing this week is just you can't let up because as soon as you get him some room, somebody's downfield. And it's not always Tyreek Hill or Kelsey. It might be one of them randoms. It's like, who the hell is that now? Down the field. So it's just let's see what their defense do next week because Cincinnati's another team where if you're not paying attention, Jamar Chase is down the field. One of them other guys is down the field. Mixon might have snuck out the backfield, he hit the corner. Everybody on that team could go. So it's going to be a horse race. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, me, fellas, as I want to be the contrarian, man. I thought it was a good game. I thought I was like watching a Big 12 game. Because like defense was just straight up optional, and to me, I like those games, but I will not lie to you. That is the typical casual fan game because there was no defense, man. And we're talking about a team that was ranked supposed to be number one defense in the league, with two all-pro safeties getting beat down the middle of the field repeatedly. Repeatedly. And I understand that Hill is fast. Kelsey isn't. I know the other cat is fast. He caught the ball on the out route and ran another 20 yards up the sideline.
What the heck is his name?
And then Pringle got some. So I'm like, okay, look, all right. Because Tyron got knocked out by Allen Hardman.
Nico Hardman. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So my man, the Honey Badger got knocked out by Allen. He tried to tackle him like the first run of the game. He was done, right? I know Kansas City, so you've already seen what that's about. With them paying, my man, they're just going to rock it with the offense because that defense is horrible. Point blank, period, end. They are horrible, right?
Kansas City defense don't even try sometimes.
Dude, I don't even know if they have a coordinator. He's probably outside smoking a cigarette the whole game. Like, yo, where the coordinator at? He went to go get some Newports. She said he'd be right back.
He said just run that same play one more time.
Yeah,
Right.
he went to New York to get Lucy Newport. Like he left the game because there was no defense being played. And listen, I love offense, I love the game, but I do not want to see the CFL. I don't. I'm sorry, I still need to see some defense. So I'm hoping to get a little bit of that. Because if not, what I'm telling you is that, believe it or not, Cincinnati is going to beat them this weekend if they decide that they're not going to play defense, because Cincinnati can play a little bit of defense.
Cincinnati can't play a little bit of defense.
None. You know, Kansas City seems like they're not playing any. Right?
Cincinnati,
they're going to play a little bit. They're going to play.
Well,
so they'll win the game because Chase is as fast as Hill. Mixon is a better running back than they got on Kansas City, period.
That's a fact.
Their tight end on Cincinnati is, of course, he's not Kelsey, but he's serviceable. You know, he doesn't drop passes, and he can run a little bit. And the other receiver on the other side is the big, fast dude as well. So if Kansas City is not buttoned up, it could get bad really quick. And they're both cold weather teams. So there's not going to be any effect of the cold from Cincinnati to Kansas City. So whatever it is in one, it's going to be it's the same in the other. So, and Joe Cool is seeming to be pretty much Joe Cool right now.
He's what Johnny Manziel was supposed to be.
Yeah. A lot of skill, man. A lot of skill. Dude was at, you got to remember, the dude was at Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? So Justin Fields took his spot, and I got a guy that said it wasn't really justifiable, but it was. But, you know, dude went to LSU and started immediate. So, that, you know, dude's a serious player. So we'll see what happens, I guess. But I think we're going to see another great game this weekend, in my opinion. But I'd like to see a little bit of defense, just a wee bit, just a little bit of defense.
I feel you. I think in closing,
the Honey Badger got knocked out by Allen. He tried to tackle him like the first run of the game. He was done, right?
Kev came back on time. What the hell going on?
Yeah, Kevin played rerun.
Kev came in the time machine. He in the DeLorean. What the hell you got going on over there?
Because that defense is horrible.
Amen.
Kev,
we getting
feedback. Defense don't even try sometimes.
I don't even know. Outside smoking a cigarette the whole game. Like, yo, where the coordinator at? And he went to go get some Newports. She said he'd be right back.
He said just run that same play one more.
I think we're safe now.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Kev, you with us? Go ahead.
I'm here.
Kev, real quick before you fade out, man, what's your thoughts on the Buffalo Kansas City game, sir? Is he muted? Yo, that's $25, man.
Oh my God.
He's done. Hey, Kev.
Word.
Can you hear us?
Just take the night off. Sorry, we got you tonight. Go.
Yeah. So moving right along, unless we get Kevin later on. Well, we got a live feed, I think, unless this is another replay.
No, go ahead. Look.
Okay. All right. Cool. So moving right along, we are going to talk about the Tennessee Titans and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We talking about that
EA
game.
What are your thoughts on that game?
Man, I'm so disappointed in that shit, dude. I'm sorry, Mr.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Wait. Okay, so Kev wants us to talk about overtime. What do you want to talk about overtime? None of us up here wants to see any rule changes or anything like that. I do. You do?
In the playoffs? Yeah, in the playoffs, yeah.
So wait. So this is the same guy that said he thought he was watching the Big Ten.
Yeah, well,
but now he wants
defense. Neither one of the teams played defense. So hey, you gotta.
So that's my point. If they would have played defense, Josh Allen would have got back on the field.
Well, it might not. They might not have scored. In 13 seconds, you don't let somebody score if you're playing defense. The only play that wins the game in 13 seconds is a Hail Mary.
Unless you are the Kansas City Chiefs, and yeah.
No, there wouldn't have been another play. No, listen, if you're smart, as soon as the ball is hiked, you hit Nico Hardman in the head and knock his ass out. You get a holding penalty, there's 10 yards, a runoff, the game is over. Ta-da.
Yeah. So hold that thought, DA. Mike, do you wish to see any changes to the overtime rule?
Changes to what? If it's some shit that makes,
I think both teams, and just in the playoffs, both teams got to get a shot to score.
That's some we all included shit. I don't like that. Listen,
shit, where we are.
Listen, fuck that. Listen, we need, if it's gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like that college shit, that shit don't make sense neither. No. But we not talking about them neither. So if it's gonna make sense, to come up with some rules that make sense. What makes sense? I don't know. I'm not a rule maker. I never claimed to be, but it just need to make sense.
I like what you're calling, man. I would give each possession to, each team one possession. That's just me, and that's only the playoffs. That's all.
Only the participation trophy.
Only
participation trophy.
Yeah, well, shit, they are, because just to get there, you get money. So
I just feel like you said, DA, if you had a defense, your defense should have been able to get you the ball back.
Neither one of their defenses done good.
I mean, I understand, but that just happened. That's just because of those two teams. You know what I'm saying? So, I agree. And I agree. If you're gonna change it, at least make it make sense. Just don't just do it just because. There's a lot of that.
Everybody mad.
Yeah.
Exactly. Participation trophies. Stop making up stuff. Make it make sense.
So I don't know what the solution would be or whatever. I'm open to those when they come about. But I hear you, DA. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I just feel like, and I know it's all because it just happened. So, we're prisoner of the moment and all, but like it hasn't happened in so long, nobody has talked about it. So now
if it doesn't happen again, then we can let it go. We can let it go. It doesn't matter that much to me, because my team will never be in that situation unless it's 0-0. So there you go.
True. All right, so we're gonna move forward. I don't know, the moderators chilling over there in South Beach.
In the Matrix.
Yeah, he's in the Matrix.
So we're gonna move right along to Cincinnati and Tennessee, man. So again, DA, what's your thoughts on this game, man?
Yeah, again, Mama Warren, forgive me. That was some bullshit, man. Yo, you have King Henry, you have him come out, who got my back, everybody jumping and cheering, and the first play, you throw the ball to the other team. What kind of stupid shit was that?
Jimmy G in the flesh?
That's when you got these coaches and whatnot, no disrespect, trying to be smarter than what they need to be. Just do what you do.
Exactly.
Set the tone for the game. Had dude came in and ran a cat down, not even got 30 yards, 5 yards. But he let somebody feel it. Ooh, here we go. That's what this game is about. When you come out there doing wrong, you stay wrong. That old coach say that to me, man. You come out there doing wrong, you're going to stay wrong. Because you're always trying to catch up for that last play you fucked up. So if you can just do your job as much as you can, you're not really going to have that issue. So I think they didn't stay true to what they were supposed to do. And they still were supposed to win again, because I think they sacked Joe.
They tied a record 9 times in the playoff game, and you lost.
Which is the only thing where I think that may make the Kansas City defense look good is the Cincinnati O-line. You can make them look good, because 9 sacks, and because dudes, we already knew that there were great really good defensive line, but they weren't like a well-known four that had dudes scared. And to do that with four, because I think all the sacks came from D linemen. I think maybe one or two came from linebackers, which means they came on blitzes, but everything else was just them. So I that causes pause for Cincinnati, but there's no reason that Tennessee was supposed to lose that game, man. They played the game the same way they were supposed to play the game. You know, they kept it on the ground. They were trying to play defense, but this joker kept throwing the ball to the wrong team. Dude, that infuriates me, man, because I don't have 11 on 11 tape. I don't have the all 22s, but two of those interceptions
were his.
The dude didn't have to move. The defensive player was standing there and he threw the ball to him. Again, Neil O'Donnell, Super Bowl.
So let me just run down. Let me run down the Tannehill stats. He was 15 of 24, 220 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, only sacked once. Kevin L. from South Florida. Kevin L., glad you could join us, sir. What's your thoughts on Tennessee, Cincinnati?
Thanks, E, for quarterbacking this thing, man.
That's what I do.
Listen, that game, man. I kept telling Dorian, I was like, yo, this guy is going to cost them the game by throwing the ball to the other team. I know that sounds like it's kindergarten or elementary, but if you keep doing that, you give the other professional football team the opportunity to score. And when he tried to fit that ball in that last minute, I was like, man, that's just real chancy. What are you doing? And got tipped and in the hands of the other team. Hey, shout out to Cincinnati.
And he's on the
and
beat.
Shout out to AT&T. No. Oh, there you go. There you go.
No, it's not AT&T. It's shout out to Verizon. I'm running off of them now. Shout out to Verizon.
He hot spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the hot spot. Joe Burrows. He said, yo, we ain't trying to be Cinderella no more. Let's go take the moment. And they absolutely did. He got sacked. I don't know if y'all said this in the midst of my technical difficulties. Nine times. And they still, despite of him getting sacked 9 times, they won the ball game. Testament to them, testament to their fortitude of sticking in there and winning the game. Now, some would say that Tennessee lost the game or Cincinnati.
Either way, it's good, Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
Yeah. Well, my thoughts, being that Tennessee is my third home out there in Nashville. I picked Tennessee to win this game solely because I did not think that Cincinnati's defense was ready for the ground and pound that we all thought we knew that Tennessee was going to go with. Like DA said, this is what got you there. Why are you going to change your identity now? Like that doesn't make any sense. But like you said, that's the coach trying to outsmart everybody in the room, and he's the one wearing the bozo mask. I would have loved to see Foreman get a couple of more touches in the run game.
Some good runs, though.
Derrick Henry, it seemed like they was loaded up for Derrick Henry, but again, you tire a defense out when you constantly running the ball. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals. Shout out to Joe Burrow. The man kept getting knocked down and he kept getting back up and he delivered time and time again when the opportunity presented itself. And they're moving on. And there's nothing else I can say about that. But I will not. All I will say is coming next year, I will not be picking another number one to advance after the bye. I'm not doing it anymore. Mike Millie, what you got, brother?
In 1 second, though, and Joe Burrow is 15 years old, so he can get hit 9 times and get back up, dog. Because he's like 10. Like his bones.
They can't keep
like
doing
rubber.
it though. He'd be like David Carr.
His bones is just like rubber right now. He's good to go, B. Man. Yeah, boy. It's hard to watch, though, fellas. Hard to watch.
Yeah.
But what y'all said was exactly what happened. The coach went away from what he was good at, and that's what happens when you do that shit in the playoffs. You can't be doing that. You can't keep doing that. So you know what you got in the backfield, run the ball. Y'all was so excited for him to come back. Y'all was ready for him to come back, and you didn't even use him. So
got my back.
Keep Tannehill? I mean, if they want to, they can.
They talked about that, dog. That's crazy. Yo, so they're gonna get rid of Tannehill? For what? What? I hate when they say those things that we don't know what Tannehill's contract is. Like,
and who they gonna pick up? Who's there?
Listen,
they gonna go get Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, they gonna go get Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers.
They get Aaron Rodgers. They can win a Super Bowl. I can see it.
Rodgers.
I think if they would have kept true to themselves, they could have won the Super Bowl this year. I mean,
that's true too.
You know, you gave up. Look, you gave up your defense tied for the most sacks in a playoff game, and you threw that away because you tried to be Kansas City.
They tried to believe
you tried to be the LA Rams and do all this play action and line up 5 wide and man. Anyway, so do they keep Tannehill?
Yeah, he's there. He's gonna be there.
You got to. I don't know. I don't have his contract in front of me or whatever, man. Unless he's a free agent, man. What else are you gonna do, man?
I think he's a good quarterback if he stays within what he does. Like,
Ryan Tannehill with 5 receivers spread out is nasty. That is
disgusting.
It makes no sense.
You got 2 bruises back there in the backfield, and you want to line up 5 wide.
What are you doing with 5 wide receivers out there?
Well, let's keep it 100. 10 years ago, Ryan Tannehill was a wide receiver at Texas A&M. All right?
Exactly.
Okay, let's go. Next game, please, because we run out of time.
Moving right along, moderator. If I have your, are you with us? So the last game of the weekend, we got Tampa Bay and we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the LA Rams live from In GOAT We Trust. And yo, man, I again, this was one of them games where Tampa Bay, I thought, was a sound defense, and they let one get away, in my opinion. Mike Millie, I'm going to start with you. Talk about this game, your thoughts. Did it go the way that you thought it would?
Hell no. I thought Brady and them was winning again. But I'm not apologizing to Matthew Stafford. Jared Goff made the Super Bowl. I keep telling you, clones, they're the same person. But, I mean, Tampa Bay came out there looking sluggish and looking bad. And then by the time Brady got angry enough to kick it in the high gear, it was a little too late. I mean, I thought he was going to be doing them Tom Brady shits and win it at the end, but he didn't. And the Rams did it. The Rams did what they were supposed to do. They almost let it slip up at the end. And their defense is, on paper, is too good to be letting shit like that happen, especially if they want to make the Super Bowl and probably want to play the Chiefs or even Cincinnati, because both those teams are going to take advantage of that shit. You got high-powered offenses the rest of the way. You really have no room to really sleep on defense the rest of the way. So, I mean, and then I don't believe in Stafford. I know Kevin keeps trying to make me believe in Stafford. I keep telling you, him and Goff are the same dude. We've seen this story before. Jared Goff made the Super Bowl too. So
yeah, you got a point there. Got a point.
Yeah.
DA.
Yeah, I had the Rams. I think I said the Rams.
You did,
because I didn't I didn't believe in the defense of the GOAT at all. They got nobody in their secondary at all. So the two guys that were there last year aren't there now. They got good linebackers and two really big, good defensive tackles in the middle. But you can kind of get those guys once you get them tired going left to right. So, and Cooper Kupp can play. Odell did his thing. They just couldn't. They didn't have anything on the back end with Tampa Bay to really hold them if they could keep Jared Goff from doing something stupid. So he made a lot of and I'm not saying he made hard throws, but he didn't throw into a lot of tight windows this game. It almost looked like a college game because like he was hitting dudes, they was wide open or they were in front of dudes. And you know, when you don't have good DBs and you don't get that pressure on the quarterback to sack them. See, so the pressure that Tampa Bay has, because JPP is not the old JPP, so their pressure is kind of a run blitz pressure up the middle, two big guys. You still get 4 seconds to throw the ball, so you can at least go maybe 2/3 of your reads. But you know, with the Rams and my man Weedy Pablo from Denver out there now, it's hard, B, because he's coming. And you know, Brady had to get rid of that thing. And then they'll put Aaron Donald on the outside. Got to get rid of that thing. You know, so it'll put you in a position, you know, where and they did the right thing because Ramsey was on big man, but then you had Gronk and the other guy on the other side were by themselves. And I don't know why they didn't go to them earlier instead of going. I mean, now Evans got beat. Now, Evans beat the hell out of Ramsey on like a 70-yard joint. Right. You know, but that's going to happen. But for the most part, Ramsey, he held his water. You know, he held his water. Now, the other side of the field, I don't know why Brady and them wasn't taking advantage of it because they should have been feasting wherever Ramsey wasn't. They should have been, but they didn't. So I'm not sure. Again, what happened, man? Listen. I think the Rams are a good team. I think they're probably the most complete team of any team left. So they got the best chance in my eyes to win the Super Bowl because they got the best offense and defense, you know, together of any team left playing right now. So we'll wait and see what happens. I think they're the most complete team. So that's what I see.
What the hell?
Well, we got two Kevin.
He must be on his phone now or something.
He need to just pack it up and call it a night.
Yeah, we're gonna see triples and quadruples of Mr. South Florida here in a minute.
Yeah, but man. What do you think, E?
My thoughts. I honestly thought that I picked Tampa because I thought at least that their defense would be, what's the word I'm looking for? Disciplined enough to get the job done. Now it looked terrible. They looked awful. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching, the water boy, everybody looked terrible in that first half. I don't know what happened. They kicked it a gear and like, we've seen this story before. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, and I'm not making any excuses because, you know, we're always about the next man up around here. But I just think that with the loss of Godwin, with the loss of AB, and with the loss of, I think Ali Marpet is his name, the tackle. Yeah. Yeah, you that's a little bit too much to overcome when you have a guy that is comfortable with certain guys. Brady is one of those guys. He tried to go to some of them cats. They was missing passes, this and that, the third. When you trying to make a comeback like that, you are going to go to the guys that you know you can lean on. And I think Brady looked around. He did the best that he could. But if they double teaming Gronk, you had one under, one over. And you had Ramsey on Evans. Where else you gonna go? You know what I'm saying? So I just think that, I mean, it was a valiant effort. Shout out to the Rams. They brought the heat early and they almost coughed it up late. But again, I don't understand how you let arguably the best receiver in the game get behind you. I don't understand how you. I don't understand that. But again, I'm not a coordinator, so I'm not sitting up here to disrespect nobody in their job or whatever. But I don't understand how you let that happen in a playoff game.
The blitz got there late. Well, that's what they say. But you can look and see he got there late. But it almost looked like dude didn't know he was supposed to blitz. But it is what it is, man. So let's move on to this weekend, man, because I want to get to this baseball thing, man, before we get kicked off the air, man.
All right. So moving right along to this weekend, we have the matchups of the Cincinnati Bengals and the Kansas City Chiefs. Fellas, what are your predictions? And if you have the score, have that ready for us too. DA, we'll start with you. Who you got?
You know, I don't give scores. I would like Cincinnati to win. But those 9 sacks, boy, what's that guy? Chris something. I no disrespect to you, brother. He's a defensive lineman for Kansas City. I'm thinking that
Chris Jones.
Game, we're going to see Kansas City's defense play some sort of defense and win the game. Yeah, so I'll go Kansas City. And I hope I'm wrong, but I'm going Kansas City. No scores, no scores.
Okay. Fair enough. Mike Millie, who you got in this game, brother?
As much as I hate the Bengals, I do want them to win, but I know they're not going to win. So I'm going Kansas City 34, Cincinnati 31.
Okay. All right. I think we finally got Kevin L. Warren from South Florida. Kevin L., your predictions on the Cincinnati Kansas City game, please, sir.
Well, I just want to hear saying, can you hear me? But it sounds like you can.
Yes.
I'm rolling the dice. I'm rolling the dice with Cincinnati. I don't like Kansas City's defense. I don't. I really don't. And I think that's going to catch up with them. And I think I'm picking the score. I think Cincinnati will win the game 30-27. Late field goal from the field goal. I forgot the field goal. McPherson's going to win that thing 30-27.
Okay. All right, E, who you got, brother?
Okay. So I'm going Cincinnati. If I was a gambling man, I would go Kansas City. But I'm going to Cincinnati. And I'm going to say the score will be 28-20. And people are not going to be able to believe it out there in Kansas City, man. I'm not going to sit here and say it's the end of an era because they just getting started kind of, sort of. But, that's where we at with that. So we're going to move on to the last game. I don't even know what order this is supposed to be in. I don't know who plays first, but it is what it is. So we have the LA Rams and we have DA San Francisco 49ers. Mike Millie, who you got, sir?
I'm going, I feel like both these teams got fatal flaws. And even if they make it, they're going to lose next round. But I'm gonna go with the. Damn, I don't know. Shit, pass. Let somebody else pick. I don't know.
Man, you gotta just pick one.
If I gotta pick one, like if I'm gonna die if I don't pick one. I have to
I'm
pick
just
one.
saying, man. I mean, if you pick one and get it wrong, ain't nobody gonna come at you.
I guess I'll go with the Niners. I guess I'm gonna trust the Niners just because I keep telling y'all this Jared Stafford shit ain't gonna work. But so we're gonna go with the Niners. I don't have a score.
Okay, that's fair enough. I'm gonna save DA for that. Kevin L, who you got? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
All right. Look like things have, what do we call it?
Don't jinx it.
Yeah. Quiet.
Easy though.
This is going to be a replay. A replay of the 1981 Super Bowl. I believe this will find a way. They will play good defense and beat them the third time. And
he's saying the Niners.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and type the score in the chat there, Kevin from South Florida. They got a little rain going on down there, and things are spotty. So I'm gonna go ahead and just say I'm going with San Fran. I've been going with San Fran this whole time. I'm gonna go with San Fran, but just what Mikey said. I was waiting for Stafford to blow up last weekend. He didn't. 3 times a charm? I think not. I'm going San Fran 24, LA 10 in a stinker by the offense of the Rams because Stafford is, he just reverted back to his Stafford ways. DA, this is your team. This is your time to shine. West Side? Yeah, who you got, man?
Oh, they both on the West Side. Damn, sorry. Yeah. The original West Side, because when I became a fan of the Niners, the Rams were not on the West Side. They were,
St. Louis.
Elsewhere. Yeah, they moved to St. Louis and came back. So they was out there, and then they went. I'm going with the 49ers, man. That's all. End the story. Yes. We'll try, like Kev said, we'll have a replay of the 81 Super Bowl and the 1988 Super Bowl. Yeah, okay. 88. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, those were our predictions. Kevin said, I think we got that. He said Bengals 20-17 over the Chiefs. And we just got that. He picked San Fran. I don't see a score up here, so we're just going to keep it moving. Now we are going to segue over to the to Major League Baseball. I know this is something that D wanted to talk about real quick, and I'm sure Kevin wants to chime in on this too. I'm sure everybody has an opinion on this whole mess here, which is the Baseball Hall of Fame. Fellas, what y'all think, man? Who made it? Who didn't make it? And your thoughts and on all of that.
If I may,
floor is yours. Floor is yours, baby.
If I may, chairman of the board right now on my on my Frank Sinatra shit, yo. Like for real, this is becoming so far away from what this should be. Yeah, it's what they call a museum and all that, but now MLB has turned into the NFL, and now both halls of fame are mockeries. Right now, both of them look bad, because the reality is this, man. Whether and I say this in all truthfulness, man, and I want everyone to feel me on this, man. If steroids was not illegal at the time in which you're saying any of these guys use them, then they did not cheat. They used steroids, but they did not cheat. It wasn't illegal, and no one said they couldn't use it. Major League Baseball turned a blind eye in 95 and 96 for Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire because they brought baseball back with all those home runs.
That's right.
And all them steroids. So, miss me. Y'all tried to get the rules in place, but by that time, either you do believe or you don't believe that Barry Bonds and Roger Clemmons used them. The reality is this: the steroids are not going to help that man put that back on that ball.
Exactly.
Everybody knows that. Everybody says that. Maybe if he used them, maybe it helped his body recover quicker. But the point is, everyone knows that there are guys in the Hall of Fame right now that have been proven to use the steroids. All right. So
exactly.
Why are we playing these games, folks? This is not a popularity contest. You can't hold the fact that in 1990 the dude didn't go to the MVP award winners dinner in New York in the off season against him now. Come on, y'all. We need to stop talking that mess. We need to stop insinuating. For all you known sports guys, if you feel that way, put your 10 toes down on it and say it. and be done with it. Period. I got other things to say, but I'm gonna leave it at that for right now, and we will revisit this at another date and time. So, Mike, E, it's on you. The ball's on you now.
I mean, well, I'll let Mikey go because I'm
gonna be quick. I'm gonna be quick. You don't know how quick I'm gonna be? Honestly, like you said, this shit is stupid. Like baseball, they really just hold you out for anything. Just like football, they hold people out for anything. And then the basketball Hall of Fame is stupid because it's stupid. All these Hall of Fames are stupid. Just either let them in or don't. It's pointless. It's beyond pointless at this point. These teams, they retire people's numbers and jerseys for almost anything now. Dude, some of these dudes don't even be worth it. So if the team memorialized you, there you go. It's really, the Hall of Fame is really not even it like it used to be.
That is true. And basically that's what I was going to say is that it's sad, man. It's sad. It's sad because you have a guy in, I'm going to use Barry Bonds as an example. This man was already a Hall of Famer before he went to San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't believe it, go look at the stats.
In
this
5
man,
years.
Thank you, DA. It's just, I don't understand. Okay, if he used steroids, was it illegal? So you use guys to bring your sport back to the pinnacle of being America's favorite sport, because y'all was dead in the dumps, okay? Dead in the dumps. And that home run race single-handedly brought baseball back into the sitcoms, TVs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It was must-see TV.
It was a
and then when Barry did it, it was must-see TV. And now you shit on these guys? Like, Roger Clemmons was must-see TV. You had to see what he was going to do. Was he going to get another 20 wins again? Was he going to get how many? 200-300 strikeouts or whatever? I don't remember. But must-see TV. And now here you guys are in the last stage of these guys to get into the Hall of Fame. Y'all turn a blind eye on their careers. Baseball, you need to fix your shit. I'm sorry. This was a bad look, in my opinion. I'm to the point where I don't even care. Like, I knew after probably 2-3 years ago that they wasn't going to get in, but it's sad. And yet you have Big Pappi, and I'm not trying to shit on nobody, right? But Big Pappi wasn't doing none of this when he was in Minnesota. He gets to Boston and he bulks up and all this other stuff.
Leave my cousin alone. We beat
the
junkie.
My
beat the junkie. Junkie Lou.
Bad. But I'm saying is, if you're going to keep it a buck all the way across the board. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I got.
It's become a popularity thing, man. And like I said, I watched him in Minnesota, and I thought he was a good player. And I can give up. I'll even give guys up and say, yo, listen, he got out there and started playing with Manny, and Manny taught him how to hit, because Manny was a hitting savant from the time he was in Cleveland. You know, Albert Bell said, this dude here, this young boy here is for real. So we knew that he was serious.
Right.
We knew it. You know, but my point is that it can't be a popularity contest, because if it is, then it ain't worth nothing. You know, so we can stop all the yelling and screaming about he was taking the steroids, and how do you know? Y'all was taking greenies. So what's the difference, man? So you had a whole 1970s of baseball players using the methamphetamine every game. But now it's bad for this guy to do this. Stop, man. It's and listen, the Big Pappi thing is a bigger joke to me, man, because I know the dude that was on TV tearing this man down. when I didn't even care. I didn't care. I did whatever, man. Yo, he's in. But there's people that's on TV right now, still on TV right now, that was on the Tana, this guy, a new a-hole. But it ain't right, man. You know, it ain't right, man. So
True.
True. It is what it is, man. I'm done with these folks in my eyes.
A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez. He this was his first time, I believe, and they voted him no.
Yeah, they can't vote.
Does he eventually get in?
Yeah, because if he does, it's a problem. Because he admitted to using them while it was illegal. So they can't let him in, because if they do, everybody else goes in retroactively. Right? You know, that's everybody. So yeah. Forgiveness is what you need. That's what they want you to do, is be contrite on TV. And my man Barry Lamar Bonds was never going to get on TV and kiss nobody's ass.
Nope.
Because his father was one of the best baseball players that ever lived in a lot of people's eyes. And his godfather was definitely one of the best baseball players that ever lived. And he saw the hell they went through. And this is why he didn't speak to the press, because he knew how y'all were doing. He said that. He said that, man. Come on, this is a joke, man.
Yeah,
I'm done.
It's crazy, man. Like, and I always, my argument when this topic always came up with Barry Bonds is, like you said, DA. Last time I checked, steroids does not help your hand-eye coordination to hit the fucking ball.
Oh, not at all.
It doesn't help you throw a curveball or a slider any more tighter. But again, you know, you got the get along gang up there talking. Just the man I wanted to talk to on this segment. I hope you can last at least 5 to 10 minutes so you can touch on this. Just come right on in.
Let me just go. Let me just talk. Don't like double dutch.
Junkies lose.
Whatever, man.
Listen, this Hall of Fame debate, I think, is really garbage. I think the Major League Baseball, from what you guys were saying, is getting it wrong. They need to just tell the story, tell the history. The Hall of Fame is a museum, right? Right. If you go to Cooperstown, New York, it's a museum. You have all types of people in the Hall of Fame. You have racist individuals. You have people that was part of the Ku Klux Klan who's individuals. And holding out people, I said it, and holding out people because of what you guys created. Because Major League Baseball, you created, right? Remember the summer of 90, whatever, 96, 90, whatever that summer was. You know, the summer to fall back in love. Well, yeah, we fell back in love because y'all went on strike in 94. And, you know, Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire, you know, they did what they did. And a lot of people said, well, there was, but they broke the rules. Again, we're a country of laws, right? Let me just go back to that, right? We're a country of laws, and laws can be either followed or broken. If you establish rules, you establish laws, what happens? Either there's consequences for it or you get absolved for it. So with that said, there was nothing in place, and DA follow me when I'm saying there was nothing in place with steroids. What made Major League Baseball say, because Major League Baseball took advantage of this. They fell in love. Oh, the summer of love, come back.
If they wanted to, they could have put water on that whole summer if they wanted to. They said, both of you dudes on steroids, we're testing. Boom, pow, and they didn't.
Nope. So they on and they took advantage of the fact they made a bunch of money off all those guys. They made their money for the contracts, good, bad, and indifferent. And y'all and Major League Baseball, y'all rock with it. So now you're being kind of sanctimonious when you're saying, oh, wait a minute. We cannot have them. We cannot have these scourges in the Hall of Fame for what they dishonored the sport. Really?
Yeah.
And you guys went along with it. You guys were all implicit with it. Stop.
Brady
Stop, MLB. Stop
Brady
it.
Anderson at 50. 50 home runs, Brady Anderson.
Brady Anderson. Remember that. 50 home runs.
So,
look it up. And the week and the year before he had 8. How does that happen?
Well, y'all better not wait till baseball season, boy, because it's gonna be hard on this show, boy. It's gonna be hard. Hard.
So my thing is, Ken Caminiti and I'm not caping for anything. I'm just caping for what's right. Kurt Schilling, like his politics or not, who cares? Again, he can pitch the ball, and that's what I'm on here. If you want to be another platform for whatever political affiliation or show, whatever, take that up with them. But put his butt in the Hall of Fame because he can pitch.
That's what he's going there for.
That's what he's going there for. He's not going in a Democratic Hall of Fame. I don't believe so, right?
He's not going to the Republican Hall of Fame. He's going to the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Stop it.
Kevin, DA, Mike, all we got. I'm gonna take a phrase out of the hip hop world. Baseball were their own culture vultures, and that is all. And that is it.
Indeed.
You can move right on to the next segment, Kev. I don't even.
I think that's it right there. Mike Mills, Mike, are you there? Because I'm back. Michael.
Are you?
Yeah,
all right, so it's my turn to free.
Hey, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Chill.
College basketball, Michael. We haven't really talked about college basketball. What's on the college basketball front? The floor is yours, sir. Go ahead.
All right, well, top 25, we had some shakeup this week. Auburn, who's been having a hell of a season. Everybody thought they was going to be a middle-of-the-pack team, but right now they're 18-1. They beat Kentucky the other night, so they're looking good. Gonzaga's lost 2 games this year, but that's Gonzaga stuff. That's what they do. And, colleges and conference play right now. So we'll see with them, even though they always fall short. But the top 5 teams are Auburn, Gonzaga, Arizona, Baylor, Kansas. So regular teams that's regularly up there. But it's been interesting. It's been a lot of close games. It's really no clear-cut number 1 this year because a lot of people thought it was Baylor for a long time because they was undefeated. But conference play done started and, teams start picking on each other. And now they done lost 2 games and they number 4. So we'll see. And then Duke is showing signs of life because they was kind of treading water in the beginning of the season too.
Let me ask you, who's your favorite out of all the teams that you've seen thus far? And don't tell me Villanova. Who's that horse that looks real good for the show? If you had to pick one.
Yeah, I had to.
Well, give me 2.
Villanova.
Nah, I ain't gonna pick Villanova, man. We got issues, man. We don't got enough ball handlers, and we damn sure don't got enough bigs. So we not winning. If we make it the way we made it last year, I'll be surprised. Honestly, might be Purdue is one on the low. I normally don't like.
They big too.
I normally don't like. That's normally why I don't like Big Ten teams because I like traditional basketball with the big, but you got to be able to adapt. So sometimes having them 7'4" dudes down there is not it no more. You might need a 6'11", 6'10" guy that could bounce out a little bit and guard the middle and step around. But Purdue is definitely a tough team right now. UCLA is looking real good on the low.
Florida State got 7'4" cats. Florida State got dudes 7'4" shooting threes though. Like for real.
Florida State not even ranked.
Yeah, they are huge, man. They was playing Duke the other day. I was like, wow. Point guard 8 feet tall.
Right. But really, if I had to pick team that I like Purdue, they beat us up this year. Purdue is a real good team on the low. And that guard they got is real good. I can't remember his name on the top of my head, but they point guard is real good too. So that might be a team to watch out for later on down the line. But it's really that's why I like college.
What is Arizona lacking? It seems like Arizona always find themselves in the top 10 somewhere during the season and they fall off. Man, what are they lacking? Is it coaching? Is it players? Is it certain guard play, big man play? What's going on with Arizona?
Honestly,
okay.
I don't know. I mean, They had them recruiting issues a couple years ago. They had them issues doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing with the players, and
checkbook problems.
Basically, the checkbook problems. And then like that conference is kind of like the Pac-12 ain't been what it's supposed to be in basketball in a while. A lot of them teams is really run-of-the-mill teams. Like UCLA last year was a surprise. Nobody really thought they was gonna make it where they was at. So I really think it's that conference, the level of competition.
Okay. Who's the best conference, Mike? You got so far this year?
The best conference this year?
The Big East, baby. Nah, I'm playing.
I wish it might be the Big 12.
That's what killed it for me, man. Anyway, I ain't going to get into that.
Yeah, it's the Big 12.
It might be the Big 12, especially with Kansas and Baylor. Kansas and Baylor, I'll take them 1-2 against almost anybody in the league in the whole college. Them two good teams.
Funny, like that's the thing, Mike. You just said that. Like Baylor has really, really come on, man. In the last few years of really being a powerhouse.
They used to be god awful.
I remember when Quincy and Deuce and those cats, that's from out the eastern part of North Carolina.
Quincy AC, yeah.
Went to go play out there, and man, it was crazy, man, to see where they were then as opposed to them being a perennial powerhouse today on the college basketball scene. And they putting pros out there. So they all right, man. I'm not mad at them. So, teams that's paying, the brothers is playing. Let's go.
All right. Well, Mike Mills, if we don't have anything else, we're gonna, for whatever reason. Well, no, we're a sports podcast here, so we are going to move right along. On the wishes of our moderator, Kevin L., we will talk a little bit, and I mean a little, especially coming out of my mouth, very little about the NBA.
They
Kevin
make me
L.,
tired talking about them.
Kevin L., since you brought them up,
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What you like to discuss about the NBA right now, man? Who's your favorites? Well, no, I ain't gonna say your favorites. Who's, in your opinion, has shocked you this year, either good or bad?
I think the Phoenix Suns continue to play at a very high level. I like them. I'm very satisfied with Memphis and Jay Morant and how they're doing. I think they're a team on the move and that's up and coming in the West. We saw Golden State take a back seat a little bit. They started playing a little poorly here last week or two. Steph was a little bit in a slump. And thought somebody was laughing. And that's what I feel. I think people, I think Miami's getting some of their players back. Watching the game right now, they're beating the Knicks by like a lot, 13. So that's my take on it. DA, you got anything regarding some of the NBA tops?
Chicago.
I'm sorry, I forgot, but yeah, just Chicago. Yes, my bad.
Chicago, Washington in the East. Philly, my man Embiid is MVP, no doubt. He's crushing the league. He told Shaq, I can do what you do, just watch, and he's doing it. And
and he's doing it. He getting down them low blocks and just.
He giving dudes the whole game right now. He got the whole bag. He like Santa. He got the big bag on his back, going to give out gifts all year long to these dudes. So I'm with him, and unfortunately, by him playing so well, got Philly wanting to get rid of my man Tobias, because Tobias, he got that other bag. So, but Milwaukee's still with it.
Also, to cut you off, but you notice how I don't know if you can hear me. Yeah, I was saying, you notice all the Ben Simmons talk has quit.
Well, they got some stuff that they talking. It's just like I said, man.
It's just talk.
Yeah, it's talking, and they still don't want to let the dude go for nothing, man. So they was talking about what's the team? Sacramento, but what Sacramento want to give back is not what Philly wants. So if it ain't De'Aaron Fox, dude is like, yo, whatever. They was talking about taking Buddy Hield and what's dude that used to play for Golden State?
Harrison Barnes.
I'm like, yo, don't nobody want that, man. You give me Buddy Hield and De'Aaron Fox, and we'll give you, Simmons and somebody else, an expiring contract or whatever, and we good. No one, come on, man. So they said it ain't gonna happen till the summer, and Philly's like, yo, whatever. Our man is playing like Moses Malone right now, so it's all good. Don't come back, play, don't play. It's all right, we good. So, and in the West, I didn't think that Portland would be this bad. But they had a lot of injuries, but I still thought something would happen. They're horrible.
Lillard is hurt,
especially with Dame out. Yeah, Dame out another 5 weeks.
You're looking at Denver is coming on now, but they started off the season really horrible too. So they are not performing as I thought. And the biggest thing I would say, in all funny, not to be funny, the fact that the Dallas Mavericks are playing freaking defense like a mother. And Porzingis is being used out there, not just for offense, but I think he averages like 5 blocks a game now too. So, again, the Dallas Mavericks or the ex-Knicks, that's what I call that team. Everybody that's on that team is the ex-Knicks.
Even the coach.
Facts.
Yeah. They are. They're really doing their thing. So, and I like watching them, man. So that's my NBA spiel. And the Lakers are old. That didn't change.
The who?
Yeah. Lakers, they're old.
Oh.
That hasn't changed.
Yeah. I agree. Mike, your take, NBA, what you watching for? Anything you're looking
at? I mean, I don't know. I think maybe being around y'all is maybe kind of bitter towards the NBA. I'm not gonna lie. But honestly, I'll be watching, but then I don't be watching, and then I do be watching. So some of these teams look good, but I need this. And then this COVID stuff got it looking all wacky. They got dudes you ain't seen in 17 years scoring 20 points in the first quarter. So it's maybe when it settles down and
I think
closer towards the playoffs after the All-Star break, I'll have some more interest. But everything DA said is basically things I've noticed as well. Especially that Dallas playing defense, because they was under 500. Now they the 4th seed on the low. So, and then Memphis is a nice team. They coming together. They meshing. So that's it. That's all I really got to say. And Golden State look unbeatable on the low.
Yeah. I think D-Dub said this a couple of months ago. He said, with the NBA, sometimes they act like they don't care. And he said, it's a consumer of sports. Why should we? I think DA said it all the time about the defense. Until y'all care to play defense, maybe we'll watch.
I think it's a little better than last year. I don't think we have as many 150 to 75 games.
I agree.
This year. So somebody said something to somebody. But the reality is a lot of these guys haven't played defense since they were in middle school. So they really don't know how. So,
but they get paid millions of dollars. What do you mean?
Yeah, well, that ain't got nothing to do with you playing defense. And got nothing to do with it. So, like I said, if you're not good at doing it, it's a piece of effort that if your college coach didn't make you play defense, and your pro coach don't make you play defense, you ain't gonna play no defense.
It's all effort. It's definitely effort. Let me go to the NHL real quick before we close out. Just one story that I got. I saw this last night.
No. You're not gonna cut me off, bro. No. You done started this NBA. I gotta say this real quick. And I don't mean to be a clout chaser or anything like that, but I gotta ask this question, dog. Have y'all heard about? I don't know how true it is. I don't know. Somebody just made it up on 2K or NBA Live, something like that. But have y'all heard on the rumor mill The Lakers trading Westbrook to Minnesota for D'Angelo Russell and Patrick Beverly. Have y'all heard that?
That could happen. I could see that happening. I haven't heard it, but I could see it happening.
Pardon my language, but I've seen that bozo shit. That shit don't make sense for nobody.
I'm just Minnesota, the Timberwolves. Let me explain something to y'all. Okay, you are finally over 500 this late in the season since Spreewell was running amok out there with KG and Sam Cassell. Why are you going to trade your second best player
I'm gonna
this
tell you
year?
why, though. I'm gonna tell you why, though. But you go ahead. E. I'm gonna tell you why.
Well, maybe you could break it down for me. It still is not going to make any sense basketball wise to me. But go ahead. The floor is yours.
All right. So me and my Harlem connection, we talked about this earlier, man. Ant-Man can't get off with D'Angelo there. He never gets off. Like, it's either D'Angelo scores 20-something and he scores 10, or he scores 30-something and D'Angelo don't play. And one of my boys was like, he's like, D, you got to check up on that, man. He said, Ant-Man can't get his when D'Angelo's playing because D'Angelo is not a willing passer. So, I mean, like I said, it's sad, but Ant-Man is the future. Not just the future of that team, he's the future of the league. So I guess they saying, we get D'Angelo out your way, and then we can get salary to be Beverly. And guess what happens? You get to play. They get to maybe play some defense with Beverly, which the Lakers don't do at all, ever, never, ever. So yeah, I don't say I would do it, but I can understand because I know D'Angelo has to go for Ant-Man to be who Ant-Man can be. That dude can't be there with him because they never score. It's almost like it used to be with Jalen and Tatum, but they would never get off the same game. Now they do because they're older and kind of figured it out. But that's, I think, probably the reasoning behind it. I'm not saying it's sound reasoning or it should happen. I'm just telling you the way our thought process back in Harlem. My man EB, the GM, and my cousin Seti, that's just the way we saw it, was that, Ant-Man can't get off with D'Angelo there. So
and I can see that. However, again, my thing is whatever happened to coaching in this league.
Oh well, sorry.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna be frank with y'all. Yes, I am 1/5 of the Sports Chasers podcast, but the NBA is probably the sport that I watch the least because of shit like this. Okay, you got two young guys that you mean to tell me that the coach, who I thought, and I know the money, don't get me wrong, I know the money done mess things up and the coaches can't coach no more because the guy's making more money and all this other. I get it. However, I just have to say this for you CFs out there, you casual fans, okay? I just have to say this, okay? Back in the 80s and the 90s, if you thought that you wasn't going to try to make an effort to make something work, you was dead wrong. We had Allen Iverson and Jerry Stackhouse for 2 years. We had Jason Kidd and Jim Jackson and Jamal Mashburn for them years that they was together in Dallas. And no, they could not
stand each other
on the court, but the coaches didn't want to hear that shit. You're going to get out there, you're going to play until your contract runs out. It was just that simple. And to see how the NBA is being ran today makes me sick. I don't care to watch it until playoffs. I'm just be frank. I do watch here and there, but it's nothing like how I used to be. I'm sorry.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah, I get it, I get it from that standpoint. But my thing is bringing in a Russell Westbrook is not going to help matters none either. I mean, agree. and my interest, and I don't mean to hijack the show, but since we're on this topic, my interest is in what Mr. Carl Anthony Towns has to say about it, because I thought that D'Angelo was his man. So I wonder if he gets shipped out, will he have something to say and wants to get shipped out too? But enough of the clout chasers. That's just our 5-minute segment there of this clout chasers, coming to you soon later on down the road.
Man, I told you, boy. I told you before, man. Big Cat.
Why are we talking about?
Big Cat will be in New York by next season.
Don't nobody want to talk about the sorry ass Timberwolves and they sorry ass issues.
Well, they actually they got one. They're one team up on the Lakers. They're one up on the Lakers.
I mean, they actually playing well.
Yeah, they're seventh.
And
seventh in the West.
And it's January what today?
Oh shoot, I don't know if anybody else gonna get better behind them.
They're gonna fall apart. Ooh, they're gonna fall apart. It's coming.
And that may be true, Mike, but I still got to give props where props is due. I haven't seen Minnesota this high in the standing since, like I said, since Sprewell and KG. So
the Clippers are okay, but they got nothing coming back. Trailblazers, you gotta wait till they mans come back. The Pelicans, whatever. Spurs, nope. The Kings, the most talented roster under 500 in the league. The Thunder and the Rockets.
That's another question, Kev. I'm sorry. I know we're running. Let me ask you a question. I asked this in the chat. I'm gonna ask you right here, right now, live, right here on YouTube on Sports Chasers Podcast. Greg Popovich, how good is he really?
As good as
because since the big three retired,
drop the mic on that one.
Nothing. You're not even an Eric Spoelstra right now. But go ahead, I'll let y'all talk.
So you want to hype up the Timberwolves and bash Greg Popovich in the same night? That's what kind of timing you want. So you just about destruction. There's no kind of organization structure.
I just asked what your thoughts were. That's all.
Go ahead, Mike.
I think is he the general manager? If he's the general manager, then he's god awful. But I'll never discredit him as a coach for what he won in the time period he won in. You feel me? Look what he got now. He don't have nothing
I gave him credit for that. But last time I checked, I remember Pat Riley having a sorry bum ass, let's be clear, a sorry bum ass Knick team with a Patrick Ewing and still found a way to get more than what he bargained for out of those players. That to me is a coach.
I want you to take what he got and go. I mean, look at DeJounte Murray. He got one good player, but look at the rest of that shit. The rest of them dudes don't play defense. They don't score. They don't do nothing. He got a bunch of random pieces. He don't got no bigs. He don't got no scoring wing. He don't got nothing. He don't even got a Bruce Bowen like he had. He don't have nothing. Look what he got.
Yeah, he got Jock Landale, Drew Eubanks, Keldon Johnson, Trey Jones, Thaddeus Young, who is older than me.
700.
Yeah, Doug McBuckets, I thought was out of the league. Deontay Murray, Derek White, Kenta Bates, yep. Zach Collins, Joshua Primo.
So basically, y'all telling me he's only as good as his players. Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
Devontae Cook, Joe West, Reese Lamp.
And I'm not.
He don't got no team. Name the star. Name the man. What he got?
Yeah, he got a G League team.
What he got?
This sounds like
I like DeJounte Murray and I like Derek White, but what else he got? They keep believing in Keldon Johnson, who's supposed to be something he's not. They keep believing in Lonnie Walker, who's supposed to be something he's not. They think Jakob, whatever his name is, they think he's supposed to be something he's not.
Well, whose fault is it for keep on believing in guys that are not what they are?
The general manager. If he controls the roster, then I'll shift the blame. But he don't control the roster. They took the GM and the assistant GM and took him to Brooklyn, and now he don't got shit. Look at that.
But like I said,
very compelling.
So he's only as good as the players that he has. Okay, that's all I asked. That's all I was asking. I'm not shitting on him. I'm just saying.
So what you gonna do? Fire Greg Popovich?
Listen. There are some coaches that are Phil Jackson. Okay, that's Greg Popovich. You are as great as the players that you have. I get it. Okay, and then there's guys like Pat Riley who got guys to overachieve. Is all I'm saying. Greg Popovich is not a Pat Riley. He's he's a Phil Jackson. That's all.
Yeah,
Pat Riley ain't winning with this shit.
I'm not going to leave.
Pat Riley ain't winning with this.
Yeah,
Anthony Mason ain't coming out the locker room.
I mean, we can't go back in time and say put a Pat Riley in here now. We speaking on what we see. That's all.
Pat Riley, me and him got beef, so I'm not even going to give him no props. I got beef with that dude, so I can't.
He was in the Eastern Conference Finals with Charles Smith. I'll leave it at that.
Boy, I can't. Boy, oh boy. Lord have mercy, boy.
Let me grab hold of this. I'm back.
Yeah,
go ahead. Take it over.
Right. Yeah.
I'm about to stare right into the ditch. So go ahead, take it over.
No, let me just U-turn back to the NFL real quick. We forgot to talk about Sean Payton.
No.
Oh man, that's a joke.
That's another master of chaos. Somebody who destroyed some shit and left. What's the most?
And listen. And I'm not saying go ahead.
Mike, well, no, I was saying so the reason why I brought that up, not because we also forgot it, but what kind of led into what Eric was talking about.
Mm-hmm. Same dude. Go ahead.
Yeah, so New Orleans is in salary cap hell, right?
Yeah,
they don't really have a quarterback right now. Jameis got hurt. And I know there's some conspiracy theories. I mean, he's still under contract with the Saints. So some people say it again.
He can bounce after this shit. He can bounce. Jameis can bounce if they don't resign him. No, like right now, if they don't resign him, I think Jameis should bounce. I think
didn't they sign Taysom Hill to all that money? So I'm sure that's probably the reason why.
I thought, yeah,
but that no one believes he's a starting quarterback.
They did.
So, yeah, well, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean that might be a whole show for itself. Are you good as your players, or are you just the greatest? Are you a really good coach?
Y'all can't push on.
I think Eric brought us some valid points.
I think with that, and I'm my only comment on that is that both of those things take skills. So even if you are a good with just great players, because you can manage those players' personalities and push the right buttons, or you could be a teacher. So I always thought Hubie Brown was probably the best teaching coach the Knicks ever had. I think he probably did more with nothing than Pat Riley did, because he would get straight, and that's when the playoffs didn't have as many places, and the Knicks would be out of it by one game, or they would lose in the best of 5 series back then, when they had Bernard King and this one and that one and Ken Bannister. They had no stars but Bernard, and they would lose to Detroit in the best of 5 series every year. But I mean, Pat Riley, they gave him that GM stuff too with the Knicks, dog, and we went from Mark Jackson and Rod Strickland to Greg Anthony and Derek Harper. So me and Mr. Riley, I'm out. I can't mess with him, man. I can't, man. So that's just me.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
No, go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
No. I was just I mean I get what DA is saying. I was just speaking on as far as the aspect of, regardless of how the roster was assembled, what you have on the team and what you do with that team. You know what I'm saying? And again, like, I'm not saying that Pat Riley is no less or no more than. I was just speaking on the two different, you know what I'm saying, philosophies of it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you. I just don't like Pat Riley. So.
Oh yeah, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, DA.
And we haven't had a point guard since.
Yeah. We haven't had a point guard since. Nope. I'm looking right now. No, let me move to hockey, and then we're gonna get on out of here. Real quick. Last night, I was watching ESPN. Just a real quick story. In Ottawa, let me read this from the NHL.com. Drake Batherson will miss the 2022 Honda NHL All-Star Game after the Ottawa Senators injured his ankle on a hit from Buffalo Sabres goalie Aaron Deli on Sunday. Batherson was pursuing the puck behind the net late in the first period of Ottawa's 5-0 win at the Canadian Tire Center when Dale hit him. Batherson fell into the M-boards awkwardly and twisted his ankle. So the next time Dan comes on, I'm gonna task Dan to ask him, who's who's the worst goalies that are, the dirtiest goalies, man. So from what my understanding with hockey, man, you cannot hit the goalie. This guy, I read up, he goes out his way sometimes to pursue defenders, pursuing the puck, and he hits them. It's not going to be too long before another team goes after this guy, and they start whacking after him. So I'm pretty sure Dan is probably listening. I'm surprised I didn't get a text from him right now. But this guy, Aaron Dell, the Buffalo Sabres goalie, he's going to bargain for more than what he can if he keeps on doing what he does. So I don't know if any guys got any comments on the goalie.
That's risky. That's really risky.
Yes.
Whenever the goalie leaves goal to pursue, because if you could just get a slap shot and pass the ball out of there around the boards, and when your guys is there, it's going to take time for that goalie to get back. So he can get got on a one time easy. I didn't think goalies were leaving goal that much anymore. Makes no sense to. Stay where you at.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think that like in the games that I've seen, I rarely even see any. Like it seemed like the goalies are very try to be careful, and if they see their team, their squad is coming back, like if they have 2 or 3 more coming back more than the opposite team, then they'll reach out just to steady the puck or whatever for them to get back on the offensive side. But yeah, this guy got it coming to him, man. In hockey, they police themselves in their own ways, man. So it's bound to happen sooner or later. Excuse me. It's bound to happen. You the ops now, man. Yeah. You the ops.
The cops with ops.
Man, we had a really great show. I apologize to everybody for my technical difficulties. Looks like we worked it out here, and we was able to get it moved. Hey, shout out to my man, James Eric, the angry one. He kind of took this thing over and quarterbacked it. Salute, my brother. I appreciate you for doing that. And for all you guys tonight, team effort, you know how we do. We Voltron, we transform and all that good stuff. DW cannot be with us tonight. He just actually called. But Mike, where can we be found? Mike, we're also on Google Podcast now and Audible. So go ahead.
Hey, so add those places to the places I'm about to tell you. We can be found on all streaming platforms that you stream your podcast on. May that be Apple, may that be Google, may that be Deezer, which is Kevin's personal favorite. Don't know why. Spotify, all those places, everywhere. You can also be found on social media at Sports Chasers Podcast. You can find us there. And SoundCloud as well for you people who like to stay under the grid.
Oh, TikTok also, please.
Oh, yeah. And he's ticking and talking. I don't do that, but he's ticking and talking now.
Yeah, we're on there. We sometimes put out clips and videos of each episode that we're sending out, man. So salute to y'all that appreciate those that are listening. We're trying to expand and do some things as we speak, and things is coming up for us in 2022, man. 2+ years we've been on. Hey, only thing we can go higher. One thing I can say about us in this show, we are consistent. We're here every week. And we're here every week for you, not only for ourselves, but for you guys that really, really want really true sports talk and sports banter and, not yelling and screaming at one another. That's what you like, by all means have at it, but we don't yell and scream at each other. We have very good banter and debate like Mike and Eric was having tonight with with the coach of the San Antonio Spurs. But that's what we do. That's what we like to do, man. And holler at us.
You like to slam the goats, copy.
I'm sorry, Mike.
No, finish the show.
Yeah, we gonna edit that out.
Finish the show.
Gee whiz.
Horrible.
Oh,
you
man.
guys are crazy.
Hey, yeah, horrible. Point shots, DA. I'll start with you, brother.
Hey, man. Peace to everyone. God bless everyone. Take care of themselves. Big shout out to Regina King, lost her son.
Yeah, sad.
As well as I got a friend of mine that her son had a car accident. So prayers up to him. To the rest of us, just keep on trucking, try to do the best you can. And remember this, no one wakes up in the morning and goes to work expecting to fuck up. So have a heart, all right?
Yeah, Eric, have a heart. Talking about Greg Popovich.
Yeah, DA, have a heart. We're talking about Jimmy G. Yeah, Mike, have a heart. Talking about Matthew Golf,
I
Stafford guy.
I didn't say he went. I didn't say he went to work to do that. He's just not that good.
I just said they just clones of each other.
Go ahead. No.
I. Yo, Eric, shout out to Greg Popovich, man. You know you the man, B, but you ain't been doing shit. But anyway, as always, everybody, please watch out for your fellow man, woman, and child. It doesn't break your bank account. Doesn't cost you $1 out of your pocket. It pays to be a good Samaritan. Trust me, I know. Yeah, man, I ain't got much. I ain't going to get deep like I did last week, man. Everybody just take care of yourself, man. God bless. Good night.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that. Mike Mills, what you got?
How do I want to end this? Nothing too crazy. Just everybody take care of themselves. Take care of your chicken. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everybody's okay. And I've been battling some things, and I surpassed some things, and I'm feeling great. So I'm having a good 2 days. So I hope everybody else has a good rest of the week. And that's it.
That's good, man. That's good. Shout out to Mike Mills. Mike Mills, can I plug this for you? Can I plug what you did?
No. We chilling right now.
Okay, we're chilling right
now. When it's time, we'll do that. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. I'm glad you told me no. Because
yeah.
They got people up.
Yeah.
I don't have anything special. I'm just thankful to God that my internet works. My internet works now, and I'm really grateful for that. That it's working. Like I said, in 2022, we're trying to go higher. We are going higher. We got some things in motion. Look out for us real soon to have some nice shiny things going on, and that's all I got, man. So on behalf of myself, D-Dub in his absence, Dorian the D.A. Albritton, James the Angry One Warren, and Mike Mills. This is the Sports Chasers podcast. We come to you every week. Somebody got something else to say, it looks like. But hey, y'all have a great week. Be blessed. We see y'all next week. This is Sports Chasers podcast. Y'all be good. Later.